Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to Minuteman Field, an epic match between Trojan Black and Trojan White, 8th grade junior tackle. We're excited for the game today. We appreciate you for tuning in. We'll be back with you here momentarily as soon as we get a little closer to the coin toss. Well, Aaron, this is pretty unique. We've got Trojan White and Trojan Black gathering up on the field.
Looks like they're saying a team prayer all together.
Yeah, I like that. We've got a couple of great coaches out here playing today. Who do we have, Aaron? Tell us about our coaches. What do we know?
All right, well, on Trojan Black, we got head coach Matt Ludwig, defensive coordinator Justin Farnsworth, and often I forget his name, but they have an assistant coach named Matt. Don't know his last name, but every single one of them are JV coaches at the high school. Looks like for Trojan White, we have
Mike Scholes.
Scholes and what's his last name? You remember? I forget his last name. Head coach Scholes and assistant coach. Forget his name. Looks like Trojan Black won the toss. Trojan White is receiving the ball in the first half.
Well, that was interesting. Instead of having the captains come out and match up head-to-head for the toss, the teams gathered together, both of the teams together jointly, and then one captain from each team went for the coin toss. It seemed to be more of a, small formality than it was any kind of competitive spirit, and we really appreciate that. These are a good couple of great teams, and they know these boys will be playing together next year.
Exactly. Well, this is a junior tackle team. They can lose a bit of formality on that.
So, folks, if any of you have tuned into our broadcast before, you know that we are decidedly missing our excellent broadcaster, Doug Middleton, today. So, standing in, you've got me, Tyson France, as well as my son, Aaron. We'll be doing the best we can.
We love you, Doug. Look at that, Trojan White doing a little hand clap thing while they wait for the kickoff.
Oh, real short kick to begin.
So picked up about the 45.
See, this is where we need Doug, because I thought they had to kick at least 10 yards. Did they make it 10 yards on that?
Well, that is an excellent question.
I don't think that ball went 10 yards. It looked like it went up and landed about 5 yards out from where it was started. Who was the kicker on that? Aaron, did you see?
Did not see the kicker on that. Oh, looks like I got it mixed up. Trojan Black looks like either they lost the toss or they decided to keep the ball in the first half. Doesn't happen often.
Number 23 on Trojan Blacks. That's Matt Ludwig, Moose. He's quarterbacking for the Blacks today.
It's like 12 was the runner on that one. It's like taking about a 3-yard gain right there.
That was Trojan Black Brandon Felix on the carry for a few yards. That makes it about 2nd and 8. A minute into the first quarter.
It's like pass play.
Pass play to number, was that 22?
That was a good pass.
Joey
let's
Camps.
see. Yep, number 22.
A good receive and just enough for a Trojan Blacks first down at the 32-yard line.
Trojan White defended that one very well on the line. He looks like number 22 was literally the only receiver open on the outside. Defended well on the line and outside. And even after receiving the ball, they immediately tackle him in. Looks like Trojan White's defense here is looking very good in the first quarter.
Moose lining up in their signature shotgun formation. Finds a man, number 22, Joey Camps again.
Pushed out of bounds. Let's see at about the 25, a little.
At the 28.
28.
That'll get him 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Let's see. I don't remember. Did they stop the clock if you're pushed out of bounds in junior tackle?
Yeah. Till the Moose looking for a man, decides to hold on to it, tucks it and run.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Takedown.
Took down a defender.
Down number.
Ooh. Ended up making about 15 to 18 yards on that play. Sets the line of scrimmage at about the 11-yard line. First down, Trojan Black.
It's the kind of thing you look for in a quarterback. The instinct to either run or throw, and when to run, know how to run.
One of the advantages that Moose has for an 8th grader, he's got so much size and speed that coming at him as a defender, that's a tough prospect. Hands off to number 12, who picks up a few yards. That's Brandon Felix.
Oh, they had the defense spread out a lot on that play. They had most of the secondary on Trojan White were spread out, and every single receiver, including the Y on Trojan Black, were spread out way outside on the sticks and on the sideline. They're pulling in some very interesting plays.
Moose hands off to number 12.
Oh,
once again,
wide
Brandon
open.
Felix. Is he going to make it? He may have barely.
Yep, that is a touchdown for Trojan Black right there.
He's tackled right at the end zone and falls over the line for a touchdown, Trojan Black.
It's like they're going for a 2-point. In junior tackle, a 2-point conversion would be a kick instead of a
run
play. Yeah, that's I heard the call is calling field goal. I wonder what they're gonna do. You see that kicker? Is that? Can you catch the number on that kicker? Oh, it looks like blocked by number 13.
Number 13 on Trojan White.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're missing number 13 from the roster. Sorry, 13. It looks like Trojan White gave us our other coach names, Aaron. Coach Kurt Reese, Coach Mike Scholes, and Coach Josh Hasty.
Kurt Reese, that's who it is.
And I just have to do this because Trojan White on the roster, Jay Laker, it says is on vacation. So Jay, wherever you are, we hope you're having a great vacation, pal. Trojan Black lining up for the kick. Who's our kicker there? Is that 81?
That is number 24. Nope. Oh, wait. I was looking at
either you're way off or I'm way off. Connor looks like
yes,
Abby.
That is 81 right there.
The kick looks good. Received by number 81. Kicked by number 81 on the Blacks. Received by number 81 on the Whites.
And he's going all the way.
He's big.
Look
at
that.
Got speed. He's picking up momentum.
How many tackles did he break? Did you see that? He broke about 5 tackles to make that 50-yard run right there.
C.
That was
Carver.
incredible.
C. Carver on the Whites.
Very well played by Carver. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Very well played. See that? Broke about 5 tackles on that.
Let's take a look at number 81. Kicked by number 81 on the Blacks. Received by number 81.
Looks like Trojan White.
Gang ready to take him down. They just couldn't quite get him down. They couldn't quite. Look at that.
Like Trojan White is also going for the kick and
whistle on the play.
Looks like they're re-kicking it. Did you catch that call?
No, I didn't, but they didn't replace the ball, right? So it must not have been.
The kick is good.
All right.
That's an extra 2 points for Trojan White.
Well, that'll be the fastest set we see this game. I'm sure it doesn't get much faster than a kickoff return run in for a touchdown.
Yeah, yes, that is very true. This is going to be a very good game. I can already feel it.
You know, we had some cheerleaders out last game, but I don't see them out this game.
Looks like they left us.
They could cheer for every touchdown. Opportunity missed.
Right. A little more practice for junior tackle and cheer.
So 5.5 minutes.
Looks like number 65 is kicking off.
5.5 minutes in the first quarter.
Well, that's strange.
Number 55, our kicker.
Oh, looks like slipped the ball to the and Trojan White
Robinson
recovers the kick. Looks like was that number 25 or 13? Tried to catch the ball, slipped through their fingers, and Trojan White recovered the kick.
Let's take a look at that again.
Looks like number 22. Trojan White recovers the kick. Trojan White did a very strange kickoff. They put 7 people on the far side of the ball, and only 4 people on the inward side of the ball. Usually coaches do kicker and then 5 and 5.
A drive right down the center, good for about 5 yards.
So like number 18 was a carrier on that one.
Number 18, Jay Hasty, must be coach's son, Josh Hasty's son. Nice run, gives him about 6 yards, so 2nd and 4. 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Looks like inside run formation again.
And
Same thing. Looks like number 10 was that the quarterback brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like number 87 on Trojan Blacks, Zion Nichols, a great tackle. Third and 4. Quarterback lining up under center. A pitch. Tackled.
Number 23.
Yeah,
yep.
Right at the line of scrimmage again. That'll bring up 4th down and 4.
Number
We'll see if Trojan
18
White's going to go for it or if they're going to bring out their punt team. No, it looks like they're going for it. At least we don't have any new teams coming out. 4th and 4 from the 35-yard line. You know, this is the time Trojan Black's going to be watching to get pulled off sides. That'd give them the first down.
Trojan White's either going to pull a trick play, a wide pass, or a lucky run.
C. Reese lines up under center.
Looks like they're going for outside.
He gets his throw. Almost
Did not
intercepted.
Catch that kick. Yeah. Did not catch that catch.
Brandon Felix had that in his hands, and then it came down and lost possession, but post falls. Trojan Black, rather, still takes over possession at the 35-yard line.
Not gonna lie, I was totally fooled by that play. That
was quick.
Yeah, that was a very quick trick play right there.
They did that. I think they must have heard me saying that they were going to be doing the hard count, try and pull them off sides, and instead tried to get the jump, the element of surprise. Moose lining up in shotgun formation. Pitch to a man in the backfield, number 12.
Brought
Brandon
down
Felix.
about 3 yards. A 3-yard gain. Let's see, brought down by number 10.
Yeah, they're only going to give him about a yard on that. 2nd and 9 from the 36-yard line. 3 minutes left on the clock. Moose lining up.
Looks like they're line up in trips right here.
Widening out their line.
Wow. This looks like they're going for
sends a man in
either
motion.
a long bomb or a blocker play.
Hands off to the man in motion. Gets around a couple of defenders. Turns the corner. He's good in for a first down. Let's see if he can hold on to it. And
barely stays in
bounds. In for the touchdown.
Barely stays in bounds. Did he step out there?
He did not. That looked good. I had our eyes all over it. He barely was able to keep his feet in bounds.
Very impressive play. So they lined up in trips right on that play, and they brought their running back in from the left side, where they had 5 blockers on that side. That was a very well thought out play.
Let's take a look at that run again.
Barely stays in. Maybe stuffed on the line a little there.
They're up for the kick.
Kick is blocked again.
Good on him for going for the kick.
Right.
I like to see junior tackles going for the kick.
Yeah.
That was a well-fought run. Almost, just looking at the replay again, the carrier on that one almost got sacked or almost got tackled in the backfield.
Oh yeah, and then juked that guy, and then got past about 5 other guys, either blocked or unblocked. Very well played. Was that number 12 in that?
was number 12, Brandon Felix on the Blacks. All right, Trojans lining up for the kick. Number 81, Connor Abbey. Going for the onside kick. It makes it 10 yards. Oh, except it must have rolled.
Flag on play.
What are they calling the flag for? I thought it could roll 10 yards. Does it have to be? I think it can roll, can it?
I believe it can.
There was a.
Looks like they're not making them re-kick it, so looks like it was a player foul instead of a kicking foul.
There was a man on the kicking team who kind of went in motion, anticipating the onside on the Trojan Blacks. Where's Doug when we need him?
Right.
And it was the foul was, what do they call it, deferred, not deferred? Whites are not going to take the foul. They don't want to re-kick. They just want to take possession at the 50-yard line.
Looks like it, yeah.
What do they call it when they don't take a
I think
foul?
it is defer, or they're going
like
to
that.
refuse it.
Refuse
the
it.
foul.
Trojan Whites take possession right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, 2.25 minutes on the clock in the first quarter. Trojan Black on top, 12-8. Our quarterback lines up under center. It's
Looks
fake.
like quarterback keeper to the 6 side of the field. Brought down at about the line of scrimmage by, I think that was number 23. Looks like barely, maybe half a yard gain there.
About a ball's length.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. With the clock ticking down. Under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Quarterback under center again. Looks like handoff to number, who was that, 18? For a nice about 6 yard, 7 yard run. Yeah, it looks like number 18 had that ball.
Or 10.
Was it 10?
It was 10. I think that was, well, if it was 10, it was D. Hamilton. If it was 18, it was Jay Hasty. We've seen 18 carry the ball before. Maybe it was 18.
Pass, looks like pass to number 18 outside. There he goes.
And he
He's
looks
off.
like he's free. Boy, he's got some wheels.
All the way in for the touchdown.
Number 18, that was Jay Hasty. Nice run, Mr. Hasty.
Looks like less than a minute left on the clock. Looks like foul on the play. Was there a call? Oh,
Yeah,
looks like it,
yeah, the refs called it
looks like false start or
of illegal procedure or whatever on the Trojan Whites. They moved the ball back 5 more yards.
That's going to be a little more difficult kick for, what was that, number 15? Yeah.
55. Our kicker on that one.
Looks like that went off their own lineman.
Trojan White kicker was I. Robinson.
Looks like that kick went off his own lineman there. A little low. Oh, look at that. Looks like on the back of on Trojan Black socks, they have their numbers.
Oh, nice.
That is hilarious. I love that.
One number on each sock.
Yeah.
08 if it's just a single digit. So what we need to watch for is see if anyone got their socks backwards.
Yeah, right. 74 is not 47.
And number 55 on the Whites goes
Go
for an
the
onside kick.
Picked up by number 24 at about the 50.
That was I. Robinson on the Whites kicking again. Trojan Black will take possession at the 50-yard line with 45 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Moose takes the snap, goes out for a pass, finds a man.
High pass. Oh, intercepted and fumbled. There, it looks like they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah.
Who caught that ball? Who was that? That looks like number. Oh, I can't catch it. Number 40. Yep. Yeah, number 40. Almost caught that ball.
Well, I guess we could say that play was well defended by the defensive player.
Intercepted and fumbled. There, it looks like. Wow. Don't see that very often, don't you? Intercepted and then fumbled and then called incomplete.
2nd and 10. Moose in shotgun formation, sends a man in motion, number 2.
Quick run to Brandon Felix, right? Number 12?
Yep.
That's a nice 15-yard gain, looks like.
Some hard-won yards, enough for a first down, Trojan Black, which stops the clock at 30 seconds in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Moose sends number 2 in motion. Quick handoff to number 2 as he comes around. Well, dodging some jukes here, missing a couple of defenders. Stays up despite a tackle. Finally brought down by 21 and 24 on the Whites. And number 2, I don't have number 2 on our. Oh, there he is, Jace Oslin.
Jace? Yeah.
Yeah, Jace Oslin. And that's going to signal the end of the first quarter.
Very interesting first quarter.
Picking up with the Trojan Blacks in possession from the 26-yard line. They will be 1st and 10. Starting off the second quarter.
Number 2
Moose
in
hands off
motion,
to number
hand
2
off
again.
to number 2.
Jace, he's able to avoid a couple of defenders,
there he
avoid a
goes.
tackle, and beat another defender into the end zone.
This is going to be a high-scoring game. I can already feel it.
They're right there racking up the points. I think you're right. like they're going to run it in.
It's like
Moose
for
lines
1
up
point.
to pass. Can't find a man, so
It's
he tucks
taken
it
by
and
number.
runs.
Oh.
Pushes his
Wow.
way in for
Barely
a
pushes his way.
hard-won extra point.
Loki almost saw number 30 on him, had his hands all the way around him. Did not expect that. That was very well played. Or very good play.
He had 2 or 3 arms all wrapped up around him. That was definitely a play that involves something you can't teach, which is size.
Right.
Moose with his size was able to push in a couple of
People
with
tried
some
to
help
teach
from his team
size.
as well, and as a group. That brings us to 1914 Trojan Black. Just 8 seconds into the second quarter. Trojan Black will be kicking off. Trojan White will be looking for another touchdown on the return.
Right.
We saw one of those in the first quarter. We'll see if they can rinse and repeat.
I think it's safe to say I'd be sufficiently surprised if we got another, what would we call it, breaking the offense or breaking the defense, breaking the kicking side when we run it in on the kickoff.
Number 81 on Trojan Blacks, lining up for the kick, Connor Abbey. We're going to watch for another onside kick. We've seen a couple of onside attempts already by both teams. And they go for another onside. Recover. Oh, bounced off number 7. Recovered by Blacks. Number 24.
Was it recovered?
It was. Recovered by Trojan Black, number 24.
Wow.
Kyle Washburn.
Now that you definitely do not see very often.
Way to go, Kyle.
One kick, it's broken for a touchdown. Another is recovered by White, and another is recovered by Black.
And I'm not sure that ball would have rolled the 10 yards necessary, but I guess if the receiving team must stop the ball, once again, we need Doug to help us out.
Yeah.
Moose lines up, shotgun formation. Sends man in motion, number 2.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was a crazy. Did you see that trick play? Didn't even look. Moose sends number 2 in motions to the right side, fakes it to him, and as he goes after number 2, hands it off to, what was that, number 12,
Yep,
and doesn't
Felix.
even look at the man.
Send it off to Brandon Felix.
Very impressive performance.
Picked up 15 yards or so on the play. Trojan Blacks will get 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Moose sends man in motion, number 2. Flag on the play. Assuming it's going to be
See what they
offsides
call.
or illegal procedure on the offense.
Yep.
Trojan Black will be
Was that
first and
was that a
15.
legal procedure? Looks like it was offsides. Yep, that was offsides. Looks like on the wide receiver. I'm just hearing what they're saying on there. He's like quarterback keeper.
Moose
Just breaks multiple tackles.
Uses his defender,
Just taken
his
down
line
by
pretty
about
well.
three men. That is about the 25.
Right at the line to gain. We'll see if they call it a first or if they're going to make it 2nd and very short. Looks
Like they're gonna keep it at. Oh, nope, that's
there
first
it is.
down.
They're calling for first down. Narrowly gets a first down. Moose sending number 2 in motion. A quick
Hand it
handoff
off.
to number 2. Comes around, makes the corner.
Looks like
He's going to pull off 7 yards, looks
tackle,
like, perhaps.
oh,
7 or 8
that's
yards.
7 or 8, yeah.
That'll make it second and, gosh, 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2 from about the 16-yard line. The Trojan Blacks will continue pushing down the field. Aaron, you're doing a nice job on the camera, buddy, for essentially your first time.
Thank you very much. So I hand it off to number 12.
Brandon Felix. He's
Very
able
nice 10-yard gain right there.
to push through a couple of defenders. Well, that offensive line is doing a great job holding the white defensive line kind of in check, making room, making holes.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of good action out of that
I
offensive
think
line on
on the
Trojan
opposite
Black.
end of that, Trojan White is also doing very good on the line. They've hardly let any inside runs past them, and when they do, they're either very short gains or very long gains.
These are definitely 2 well-coached teams with some great athletics going on both sides. We have some height on Trojan Black. We have some bulk on Trojan White. And speed and wheels on both teams.
It's like quarterback
Moose
keeper.
is going to hang on to it, push
Take
through.
him down about 5 yards.
Trojan Black will pick up a few hard-fought yards.
Or is that about the 5?
It'll bring up 2nd and 5. Although our down marker says 4. That's not right. I'm confident that's a 2nd. There we are. He's getting that fixed. Had me nervous there for a minute.
Yeah.
That was a 3-play play.
Yeah, right.
3-down play.
Let's go. So that's 2nd and about 5 right there.
Moose in shotgun formation. Receives
Looks
the
like
snap.
quarterback keeper to the right
Runs
side.
out
That
looking
looks
for
like an easy touchdown.
Looking for a receiver. He doesn't find one, but finds a hole big enough to run it in for a touchdown.
What's the score? That is about 20. That would be 25-14. All right, thank you.
Trojan Blacks lining up. Are they going to kick? No, it looks like they're going to go for a run play again. They had enough of kicking after a few failed attempts. Moose takes the snap.
Looks like that easy.
Runs to
Quarterback
the right.
keeper to the right side.
Finds a man and is able to make a completed pass to number. Who do we got, Aaron?
So number 28. Looks like.
It's a 26.
So 26?
Yeah, which makes more sense. That's Tyler Sandow. Way to great receive, Tyler. The Trojan Blacks. (26-14). 5 minutes into the second quarter. In a game that, Aaron, you called it early on. This is going to be a high-score game. Already it is. We're not even to the half. We've seen some great athleticism.
So what happens when great offense and great defense clash, where it's either a touchdown play or a 1-yard play. There's very little in between in these with these two teams.
Trojan Black.
Looks like Trojan Black's doing it also. They're
Landing.
putting 4 people on far side and 6 people on
Gonna
the
go.
inside.
Looks like a short kick. I don't know if that was intended to be an onside. White hasn't touched it yet. There he is.
Looks like got by number 40 at about 35.
That is E. Rise, looks like, on Trojan White. Was able to lay on the ball before any of the kicking team was able to pressure him for recovery. I wonder if we're going to see onside kicks the entire rest of the game.
I wouldn't be surprised. They
I'm
don't
not
want
sure
to
that
lose
last
possession.
one. Yeah, that last one he put a little more punch behind it, but I'm still not sure that was intended to go as far as he could have sent it.
Thing is, onside kicks, or at least these onside kicks that we're seeing here, are very easy to predict. Looks like they're putting an extra man on the side that they're kicking to, every single time on white and black. Looks like timeout. Did you see who called that?
No, I missed it. You have Mike Scholes and Kurt Reese. Giving some sage words of advice. What kind of lip reader are you, Aaron?
Very bad.
I'm just, thank goodness. We would never do that.
Looks like Trojan Black is very well geared. They have a 8-bottle water holder there and a water boy. Looks like it's kind of funny considering that it's 8th grade football.
He just offended him. I think that's one of the assistant coaches. You better watch out.
That is definitely not a water boy. I apologize if you were going to be watching this. That is my bad.
Looks like thankfully Michael Noyes was watching closer than we are. Timeout was called by White on that one. All right, Trojan White, hand off to number. Is that 10?
20? 10? Yep, you're right. 10. It's like good.
Number 10, D. Hamilton.
Yeah, good 15-yard. Was that 15? About 15 yards right there.
Great run.
Picked up a first down and a little extra.
That'll put Trojan Whites right at about the 50-yard line. 49-yard line, 1st and 10 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Quarterback lining up under center. Oh, a fumbled snap. The quarterback recovers it, comes back for a pass. And the pass was well defended.
Barely not caught by number, what was that, 91, 21?
Almost intercepted. A well defended pass. And
81.
kudos to that to see Reese on the Trojan White. He kind of had a fumbled snap. He was able to quickly recover it. He looked up, lined up, cocked, and threw that pass.
And it was
about a second and a half, maybe.
Very well. It was a very accurate pass.
Well placed. That was a great pass, just very well defended. And had he received that, I'm sure he would have been in for the touchdown. There was no one else around besides the defender. Under center, pulls back for a pass.
Number 81 catches it, and there he goes. Taken down by number 23 at about 25.
That was received by C. Carver on the Trojan Whites. I think that was the play they tried to run the last.
I think it was. I think they repeated that play.
They did, and I can see why. They picked up 20-something yards on that. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Just under 5 minutes on the clock. Trojan White continues to move down the field. Oh, and Michael Noyes has given us more instruction here. The water boy assistant coach was Troy Johnson. Aaron, you've got some, apologizing to do to Mr. Johnson after the game.
I will do so.
Quarterback under center, hands off to number 10. Able to pick up a few hard-fought yards, gang tackled at about the 19-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at about 2nd and 4 from the 19-yard line. Handoff, a quick reverse
that
handoff
reverse
to number
caught
18.
me, didn't it?
That 18 on Trojan Whites.
I started panning down the
Jay Hasty.
inside part of the field, and then I heard the coaches yelling reverse. And I'm like, that man does not have the ball. That was a very well played reverse.
That was a great play, great run by Jay Hasty. They're able to pick up another first down at about the 12-yard line. And this is the first time we've seen this Trojan White team, but I wish I had first names here, but that Mr. Hasty, he's got some wheels. He's got size and he's got wheels. Picked up some momentum, but it was a great stop by the defense. For as big as he is and as fast as he was moving, the defender was able to stop him. Looks like a quick handoff right down the center. They're going to pick up a few yards on the play.
It's about let's go a 3-yard gain right there. That was very little.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal from about the 6-yard line. Trojan White lined up with quarterback under center. He pulls back, looks for a man, can't find him, so he's going to tuck and run. We got a flag on the play. He would be potentially in for the touchdown, but we got a flag on the play.
They're calling it back.
Probably going to be holding.
Let's see what they call.
Once again, Doug would have been able to call this by now.
Right.
I think he said the line judge.
Take a look at the white cap right there.
Yeah, holding on the offense.
Holding on, yep.
They'll end up replaying the 2nd down from.
Never like it when you in a touchdown gets called back.
About the 14-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line. Well, we got some kind of a congregation of animals down here, don't we? We got Winnie the Pooh.
That's Devin Burton.
We've got some kind of a bear going on and a cow. We should show them here in a minute. All right, Trojan White lines up, quarterback under center. Handoff to number, was that 13?
I didn't catch it.
Maybe makes a yard, possibly. Looks like we're going to have a timeout, Trojan Black. That'll bring up a 3rd down and goal from about the 11-yard line. Hey, Aaron, your back of your head is right there in the camera view.
Did not know that.
You're leaning over the thing, trying to signal some of your buddies. Trojan White comes back to the line with the quarterback, C. Reese, lining up under center once again. with a wide out on the left. Refs signaling delay a game, and the flag on the play probably delay a game.
I don't think they call the delay of game.
They do, and they give them the warning. They don't give you the warnings in high school. Oh no, they're going to call it.
That's on the defense.
Offsides on the defense.
Wait, that's weird.
Wait a minute.
I was going to say. They call it on the defense and then take away the yards. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, we'll pick up third and goal from the 6-yard line. Trojan Whites working on the magic play that's going to get them the last 6 yards for the touchdown. We've got 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Quarterback under center, C. Reese lines up under center with, again, a receiver on the left. He does a handoff to number 18.
Oh, wide
once
open.
Once again, picks up speed. He's got size, he's got speed, but he is brought down by number 21 on the Trojan Blacks.
Number 21 barely caught up to him. Did you see that? He was wide open, took that hit, and barely went down.
Jay Hasty on Trojan Whites. This is going to be a close one, folks. This will bring up 4th and goal from about the 2.5-yard marker.
It's like timeout.
(26-14). Trojan Blacks. Just under 2 minutes on the clock. 2.5 yards, a long 2 maybe. 4th and 2. Trojan Whites trying to push in for a touchdown. If they're able to make it, this game may end up being a game of extra points. They'll still be down.
It might be. Yeah, they'll still be down an entire touchdown.
Yeah, put them in striking distance of leaping ahead with another touchdown. We saw Trojan White make a couple of great kicks for extra points during their first couple of touchdowns. Trojan Black had a couple of missed attempts and are since running it in. All right.
Looks like they're going all out for a pass play.
Shotgun formation. We had number 18 come in as quarterback.
Is that caught?
It was received by number 81. So we had Jay Hasty go in as quarterback.
But still, that's a loss still. Even
passed it to C. Carver. I'm not sure what the play attempt was there. That was there was some trick play going on there. We missed it.
They had all of the backfielders. They had the running back, the slot, and the Y. Just off the line of scrimmage on the line or outside.
Well, I'd love to know what that play was intended to be. That may have something up their sleeve there. It didn't quite come to pass, but but it has me intrigued.
Yeah, hope they play it again, honestly.
So with that, Trojan Black will take possession with 1 minute and 50 seconds in the second half. Not a lot of time. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. A lot of field left to cover in a minute and 50 seconds. Moose in shotgun formation. Quarterback keeper ends up playing his defender well, or his blocker real well. Pushes through. A blocker gets gang tackled, but still pushes through the gang for an extra few yards.
Looks like about a 10, 15-yard gain, maybe a little.
That'll be about 15 yards. And so they'll now get a 1st down at about the 26-yard line, 25-yard line. With the clock still winding, 1 minute and 30 seconds left. We're going to see how quick they can plan their offense so they can get within striking distance before they run out of time. At this point, that clock is their worst enemy. Maybe we'll see some pass plays so they can get so they actually stop it. Moose lines up in shotgun formation. Some wide receivers. Yeah, it sends a man in motion wide. Number 13 out on the flat, but Moose picks another man right in the center of the field. Number 11, great reception. Not quite a free. Not quite a free. He's going to get brought down. He's going to get brought down right there. Number 11. Brought down just
Yeah.
shy of the 30-yard line.
Wow.
That was a great receive by Marcus Sanchez. We haven't heard his name this game yet. Great job,
Is
Marcus.
that number 11?
That'll stop the clock for at least a few seconds while the chains line back up. 1st and 10, Trojan Black from the 29-yard line. And they start the clock without the chains getting set and the down marker. Officials are anxious to see this half in the books. So at 45 seconds left on a running clock, Trojan Black gets that much closer
Yeah.
to the end zone.
You don't see that very often, don't you?
Moose and shotgun sends number 12 in motion. Brandon Felix,
It's
we
like
got a flag on the play.
formation, maybe. False start on the offense, looks like.
1st and 15 from the 35-yard line. The biggest challenge of that play for Trojan Black is another few seconds off a precious clock in the second half.
It's like 15 seconds left on the clock.
No,
Coaches are rushing the players. And it looks like they're calling a quarter.
Blacks are going to call a timeout.
Or a timeout, oh.
They want a little more time to see. They see if they can get a touchdown play out of the last 11 seconds on the clock. See, Aaron, this is when I'd love to know what they're saying down there in the Trojan Blacks huddle
Right.
and in the Trojan White huddle.
I want to say, I can imagine him saying, listen, man, we got about 10 seconds left.
Maybe it's something
This
like,
is-
hey,
Yeah.
we're all going to McDonald's if you can pull this one off.
Right.
No, I don't think so.
Remember the rendezvous at Rogers after this game.
There you go. Meanwhile, in the Trojan Whites huddle, what do you
Looks
think
like
they're saying?
I think they're confident, actually. They look pretty confident they can block this touchdown, make sure that it does not happen.
I don't think Trojan Black's going to get another chance to, or is going to get another play in this half. So this is it. Moose lines up, shotgun formation.
Trojan Black lost the toss in the first half.
Moose setting his guy on the line. Real tight formation on the line here. High snap, a pitch.
Very long pace, and then a throw
and
back.
throws it back to Moose.
Who looks for a throw, and then
Flag
keeps
on the
it going.
play. Runs out of bounds.
Wow.
Let's see what happens. The clock ran out on that
I want to
one.
see the call on that play. It looks like there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, they're either going to give him another play.
Are they?
Unless it's a call on Trojan Blacks.
No, it doesn't look like it, yeah.
And I'm sure the Whites will obviously, whatever the word is, we can't think of, defer or cancel the penalty.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. So that'll put this one in the first half in the books, folks. Ending the first half at 26-14, Trojan Blacks. We're going to keep the film running, but we're going to go quiet here for just a few minutes, and we'll be back with you here shortly. All right, coming out of the first half, 26-14, Trojan Black. And Trojan Black is lining up for the kick. And Aaron and I have half-eaten nachos and a pretzel in front of us.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to mute before we take our next bites. Looks like number 81 on the Trojan Blacks will be kicking off. We've seen him kicking, I think, in their extra point attempts. That's Connor Abbey. My real question is, are they going to do it short again? Are they going to go for an onside?
I would guess so, because they've already lost possession once on the thing, and they've gained possession once on the kick. So looks like they're going to onside kick it to their left,
They're gonna go
because
left?
they have 6 people on this side, as I pointed out earlier. And it looks like
I'm not sure that would be considered an onside kick. Oh, Trojan Whites picked it up at about the 35, 37.
It's like fumbled around between 81 and 40 there.
But together they had it.
Mm.
So 1st and 10, Trojan Whites. 30. Looks like they're going to place it at about the 37-yard line. And all through junior tackle, of course, we see the offensive huddle. But as soon as you get into the high school teams, Post Falls High School is a big fan of the no-huddle offense.
Right.
And so I wonder how often they've introduced them to the concept, or if they just wait for that to come out in high school.
That's an excellent question.
Quarterback, C. Reese, lining up under center. Takes possession, a handoff to a back. Was that number 11? Picks up
yep, number 10.
Number 10, D. Hamilton. We've
Looks
seen
like
him run the ball before.
Right down at about the line of scrimmage.
They picked up a couple of, maybe a yard. That'll make it 2nd and 9.
Maybe a yard, yeah.
From the 39. Delay game. Must have been delay game on the offense.
Yeah, has to be. I mean,
That'll cost them
I
5
don't
yards.
think you can even commit a foul in the huddle. I mean, other
Well,
than
if you had an
maybe
extra
a
man in
personal
the huddle.
foul. Yeah,
If
right.
you had an extra man in the huddle, they could have. I didn't see that. Honestly, that was a nacho break for me. It looks like Trojan White will pick up 2nd and about 14 from the 34-yard line. See Reese lining up under center. A quick pitch to the backfielder, number 18, Jay Hasty. He's big and fast. Gets around one of the defenders. Can't quite make the corner. Pushed out of
Push out of
bounds.
maybe 35?
I think you're right on. And
Yeah,
at
it looks like
35,
a little
that'll put
pass
him.
to the 35.
Now, oh, they're going to call it. They're going to call it the 34. That'll bring up 3rd and about 14. Sensitive to the clock. Trojan White comes out of their huddle quick. See Reese lining up under center. A couple of wideouts to the right. Pitch to the backfielder.
Looks like
He was able to pick it up.
And then
he throws it, and it is
Over, it
received.
caught by number 81.
Number 81.
And there's a flag on the play.
It's probably going to be pass interference. I'm pretty sure that's going to end up being pass interference
let's take a look
on
at
the
white
defense.
cap. See what it's going.
I don't know how well you had that framed.
Pass interference, you're right. That's likely right now.
It's a great play by Trojan White. Yeah.
Looks like, yep, pass interference on the defense.
That was tough. The defensive player was there. He was ready, willing, and he just had a little too much contact. Great play by Trojan White. That'll put him at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. 8.5 minutes in the third quarter. See Reese lines up under center. Trips out to the left. Finds a man at the flat, number 40. A good receive. See if he can make the corner.
Number 8 takes him down.
That was received by E. Rice.
Takes him down to about the 41.
That'll put Trojan White at 2nd and 7. Trojan White back to the line, quarterback under center. Couple of men out to the right, a pitch to the backfield on an inversion play, number 40.
Oh, that was a very good read by, let's see, that is number 13?
Yeah,
12, number 12.
Number 40, E. Rice, received that one. And you're right, Brandon Felix on the defense. Found him quick, tackled him in the backfield.
That was a
but
good
a flag
read.
on the play.
That looked
They're going to call it
like
holding on the offense.
That looked a lot like a pitch to the running back, but it was a pitch to the slot. I came around. That was a very good play, honestly. Like, a very good trick play.
Trojan White in shotgun formation. He finds a man.
Oh,
His intended receiver there was number 6.
pass was a little high.
Kay Foreman. We haven't called his name out much. But Kay was in a good place. The quarterback made a good throw. Just a little high. Trojan White back to the line. Quarterback in shotgun formation. Quarterback's number 5 still.
Like
Finds a man, number 81, right in the center field.
A good gain, about 7 yards.
And that was received by, I think that was 81, C. Carver on the Trojan Whites. That puts him at 4th and 10. And I still don't see a punting team come out. In fact, I don't think I've seen Trojan White punt at all this entire game.
I don't think there's been a single punt this entire game.
If ever we'd see him do it, this would be the time. 4th and 10. Got trips out to the right. Quarterback in shotgun formation.
Yep, there it is.
And he punts. The quarterback himself is the punter. And
That
it's
is
a great
crazy.
punt.
And it looks like
Rolls in the end zone.
touchback there.
Yeah, that was a great 50-yard punt if you count the roll.
Right. That's a very good punt for Junior Tackle League.
So with that, Trojan Black will take possession.
That's going to be a touchback, so they're going to
the
be starting at
20-yard line.
about the 15. Or at 20.
Yep.
I thought it was the 15.
Well, once again, if Doug were here, he could set us both straight. But the ball's at
Right.
the 20, so we'll start with that. First and
Right.
10, Trojan Blacks. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Trojan Black at the line. Moose in shotgun formation. He's looking for a man. Ends up tucking it to run. Bowls over the first defender. Grabbed by 4 others and finally downed.
Look at that. I think
the
literally
34-yard
4
line.
guys are on him to take him down. This is very hard to take down.
You know, both of these teams have some
Very
really
good runners.
well and some good size on a couple of runners. We've seen 18 Jay Hasty on the Trojan Whites, 81. C. Carver on the Trojan Whites. We've got Moose on the Trojan Blacks. We have another one, even Felix, Brandon Felix, 12. Doesn't have the size, but he still has proven really tough to take down. Some great runners on these teams.
Brandon Felix was one of our top runners in the middle school as a 6th grader.
Moose, shotgun formation, hands off to number 12, Brandon Felix, right down the left side. Picks up about 5 yards. Now let's see how far they give him. Yeah, I think it looks like it'll be about 5 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 5.
Or would that be 3rd? Oh, 2nd.
We've got the.
Mine a little bit.
I'm not sure who these. The animal squad here is cheering for, but on the sidelines, Winnie the Pooh looks like a bear and a cow we referenced earlier. See if we can get their attention here in a minute. Maybe they've got some kind of a dance routine or something they're planning to do for us. We'll see. Moose sends a man in motion.
Calling the play.
That end up being an illegal procedure, I think, on the offense.
Yep. Exactly that.
Back. Moose lining up, shotgun formation. It'll be 2nd and 10. Sends number 2 in motion. Hands off number 2. It's a bad handoff. Bounces off the grass twice. And he's able to recover it both times.
And
fall on the ball.
For about a 2-yard gain, too.
And that was number 2, Jace Ostlin. We've seen him run some yards today. Moose shotgun formation, trips out to the right, and a pair off to the left. He backs up, finds his man, number 11. It's a good receive.
There he goes.
He's got a little bit of headroom to run, not much. Is able to make it for about 15 yards.
Number 40 and number 12 had that one on Trojan White.
That'll get Trojan Black a first down right at the 50-yard line. 4 minutes left on the clock.
In the 3rd quarter.
Yet to see any touchdowns in the 3rd quarter. Over half of the 3rd quarter spent away. A departure from our 1st quarter. Maybe the boys are a little tired, are feeling the strain of the game. Moose takes it from shotgun formation, backs up a long pass. And great receive by number 2. All the headroom he needs, and he is running in for a touchdown. Jace Ostlin in for 6 on that one. What a great play. That was an excellent pass. Gosh, what was that? Probably a 35-yard pass?
35. I was thinking more like 40, 45.
Moose lining up in shotgun formation. I assume we're going to see another run or a pass play. And he heads out, finds a man, tosses it in. Was that 26?
Was that 20? I thought it was 22.
I think it was Tyler Sandow, number 26. That'll get them the extra point.
So that is usually the freshman football team's 2-point conversion play that they just use there. The spread out. We usually use that for a 2-point conversion in our games.
Aaron, see if you can get these guys' attention, get them to wave at us.
I don't think it can. It's okay.
What are their names?
Devin Burton, Will Rossi, and then Winnie the Pooh. I'm not sure who that is.
And these are freshman players?
Yeah, Will Rossi's actually a CHS player. He's their main running back.
All right, we got a little bit of acknowledgement there out of him. Trojan Blacks lining up for the kickoff. Ball's going to be kicked by number 81, Connor Abbey. 33-14. Are we going to see an onside attempt again? Maybe. Looks like it was. It was low and fast. Number 10 picked it up, caught up by one of his own men, and met at about the 45-yard line. Trojan White will pick it up, 1st and 10 from the 45 with 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Trojan White taking a little bit of time on their offensive huddle here. Nope, they're coming out of it. We saw him moving a little quicker a few plays back.
Yeah.
When they got the delay of game, we've seen that play on a lot of junior tackle teams these past few weeks. Quarterback, number 5, C. Reese, lining up under center. Hands off. Met right at the line of scrimmage by actually met in the backfield a little bit by number 87 on the Trojan Blacks.
Yard or two gain right there.
And who was that? Was that number 12?
I believe so. I didn't see it, but
Might have been number 12 on Trojan White's running that one, A. Dean. Seen some great trick plays out of the Trojan Whites. I'm curious. I feel anticipation every time they snap the ball. I'm like, what are they going to do next? See, Reese lines up under center. Man wide out to the left. Number 18 in motion. He backs up looking for a man. Ends up getting met there by number 22 on Trojan Blacks.
I had trouble finding the ball in that play.
Tackled by Joey Camps in the backfield for a loss. That'll bring up 3rd and about 15 from the 40-yard line. 40. Well, actually, they're going to back it up even more. It looks like it'll be about 38, maybe 39.
I had some trouble finding the ball in that play.
They're figuring out 40. Okay, they place it right at the 40. So it'll be 3rd and 14 from the 40-yard line with 2 minutes left on the clock. See Reese lining up under center. A couple of receivers out to the left. Hands off. Nope, backs up. Fakes the handoff. Backs up and slips up in the backfield. Met by the defense for another loss.
For another, that's got to be a 10-yard loss.
And it looks like as the defenders came up on him, he slipped and went down, so the defenders tripped and fell on top of him,
making it look like a nice time.
I don't know if I'd be laughing about it. Looks like it was a painful experience for him. He's standing up. He's shaking it off. We've seen some really great, smart plays by this quarterback, C. Reese. We'll see if he's feeling like he can stay in.
Is that the coach's son? It's Reese, right?
Yeah, that's probably Kurt's son. I think you're right. I didn't even put that together. Way to go,
Caden
Aaron.
Reese.
Probably Caden Reese. I think you're right.
I know Caden Reese, don't I?
Looks like he's able to. No, he is gonna come out to the sidelines. They're gonna send someone in his place. We don't see a limp, although as the tackle went down, it looks like they came down kind of on his back.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite see, but all right, we've got number 40 coming in for a punt. And it's punted to out of bounds. That was E. Rice. He came in on that punt, Trojan Whites. So with that, Trojan Black will take possession at about the 45-yard line. 1:18 left in the third quarter.
I think they took the quarterback out
for the punt.
For the punt, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Although we saw number 5, we saw Caden punting.
That was a good punt, wasn't it?
On some, yeah, it was a great punt. That was a 40, 50-yard punt.
Maybe they took him out for some other reason.
And he wasn't limping, but he did take a hard hit there. Trojan Black up to the line of scrimmage. Moose in shotgun formation. I don't think we've seen him under center the entire game, which I don't think is uncommon for the Trojan Blacks. They favor that shotgun offense. A bullet pass to number 11 at the 40-yard line, whose motion is stopped right at the point where he received.
I bet he's about 42-yard line right there.
And that'll give a few yards to Trojan Black, and they'll be 2nd and 6 with a minute left in the third quarter from the Whites' 42-yard line. Moose doing a lot of signaling to his receivers out at the right, telling them to spread out a little more. Wonder if we're going to see a play to the right on this one. He certainly has his eye on them. Hands off to number 12. Oh, who's open.
Oh,
it's open field, who slips, almost falls, able to recover. He's met at about the 35-yard line, but pushes another 4 yards.
Barely kept himself up there.
That was Brandon Felix again, and that's what I was talking about earlier. We've seen all of these receivers just able to push despite being contacted by the defense.
The ball carriers, rather, right?
Yep. There's some great running backs that we see here. Looks like the quarter. They're going to call the quarter. And we'll pick it up 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line, 31-yard line.
That's a long walk for the refs.
We got the teams for the next game lining up in hot anticipation. Looks like a little bit of a younger team, obviously. That'll be maybe a 6th or 7th grade team playing next.
Well, this is a 7th and 8th grade team right here.
No, these are 2 8th grade that we're watching. These are both 8th grade
roster
players.
says 7th to 8th grade.
No, these are both 8th grade teams. Let's see, maybe they have a 7th grade player on there somewhere, but Trojan Black, we got a flag on the play. We have Felix running right down the middle. And Brandon Felix. Let's see what the flag we have. I was looking at the rosters. I didn't see what happened. Aaron, did you pick that up?
I'm not see what's happening. Looks like
we're
holding on the offense.
Yeah, these are both, we didn't talk much about it, but these are both 8th grade teams. There are 2 8th grade junior tackle teams in the Post Falls junior tackle program. And occasionally some players will play up from the 7th grade in various circumstances, but I don't know if we have any today, or if we're all 8th graders. Trojan Black lines up with Moose in shotgun formation. He sends number 2 in motion. A quick handoff to number 2. Heads out to the left. Tries to get around a man. Ends up getting, he's able to shed the defender. Comes back towards center field.
No way he runs
Comes around the other corner. Makes the corner. Starts picking up yards. Brought down about 6 yards past. Ended up running probably 35 or 45 yards on that play, but made about 6 yards of vertical motion.
That is crazy. Can't believe he shed that. I thought that defender had him there.
I thought he did too. That's
crazy.
That was a great little play. With that, Post Falls, or Trojan Black, will be 2nd and 12 from the 33-yard line. From 1st and 20 to 2nd and 12.
Looks like they're going to play that a little running back, quarterback pass around play that they tried earlier this game.
Moose pitches to number 12, Brandon Felix. Comes down through the left side, does some spin moves, is able to pick up a few yards. That'll bring up about 3rd and 9 from the 29-yard line.
They use that blocking pattern a lot where they pull in the Y and the receivers from the side that they're running the ball.
Oh, I was about to say, Trojan Black's about to get a lesson on delay of game here, I thought. They come out of the huddle. One receiver out to the left.
Looks like they're going to pitch it to the right side, maybe?
Brandon Felix in the back.
Or pass.
Moose line looks for a man, ends up tucking it in, finds a man, tosses it to Brandon, who is contacted at the line of scrimmage. Ends up pushing a couple of yards.
4 or 5 yard gain there. Looks like 3rd and.
Well, it'll be 4th.
Or 4th. Let's go 4th and 7.
And we'll find out. We're going to see a punt. We're going to see. We've seen Trojan White punt, I think, once, maybe twice. Actually, twice, I think, now. We'll see if the Trojan Blacks are going to pull a punt play here as well. 4th and. I think you're right. 4th and 6 from about the 27. With 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Moose and shotgun, the same formation we saw on the last play. One receiver out to the left, one man in the back. Moose runs to the right, looking for a man. Ends up running to see if he can make it.
That's going to be close. Did he step out of bounds before the first yard or the first down there?
I didn't see his foot go out of bounds, but the officials are going to call it out of bounds. And with that, we'll see a turnover. That was close. Did you see that, Aaron?
I did not. It sure looked like he was either tackled or stepped out of bounds there.
It was close by the time they went out, but
yeah.
Trojan Whites, 1st and 10 from the 22, 23-yard line. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, high snap.
High snap, yeah.
To number 5. He picks it up and falls on it. Getting pressured by the defense. That'll put them.
Wow, most of the defenders were spread out. If there were 1 or 2 linemen on him, if the closest one hadn't been on him, he could have picked that up and ran it for a good 15 yards, sir.
Well, we've seen Trojan White make longer plays than what they have to get to a first down here, so. Number 5, see Reese, Caden lines up under center, backs up looking for a man.
Oh, it looked like the flag. Is that a horse collar?
Yeah, they might end up calling it. Yeah, I'm thinking a horse collar.
Looks like
they call it face mask on the defense.
So it was a face mash, 15 yards?
I think so. Looked like it. And with that, we'll have 2nd, but not an automatic first down. So we'll have 2nd and about 7. Trojan Whites puts him within a lot easier striking distance of a first down. Caden Reese lines up under center. Finds a man.
Blocked
Goes
by
to
number
pass
23.
His intended receiver was Jay Hasty there, number 18 on the Trojan White.
He was
We've
wide
seen
open
him.
too.
He was, and he'd had some
running
field to
space.
run.
Yeah.
All right, that was a quick play by Caden. It just wasn't quite quick enough. The defense was able to get in real quick and start putting pressure on him. Caden lines up under center, snaps the ball, hands it out. I think it looks like a replay of the last play, and just like last time, Jay Hasty had all kinds of space. Ends up getting contacted at about the 50-yard line.
Yep.
Pushed out of bounds at about the 45. Trojan Blacks 45. Plenty of yards for a first down. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left on the clock. Trojan Whites will pick it up at about the 45. Caden takes it from their center, pitches it to backfielder number 40, who gets contacted right behind the line.
Austin at about the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Maybe a little behind it.
And that was number 40, E. Rice, on the Trojan Whites, who received that and ran with it. That'll be 2nd and 10 from the 45. Uh-oh, we've got a soccer ball rolling onto the field.
That would not be good. Was that a volleyball?
May have been a volleyball. Okay, Caden takes the ball under center with the receiver out to the right, hands off to number 10, E. Rice. Or excuse me, D. Hamilton. Hands it off to D. Hamilton. A few hard-fought yards.
Was that about 5 yards?
Not quite. That'll make it about 3rd and 7 at that point.
Yeah.
From about the 43-yard line. 5 minutes left on the clock. Number 6, Cave Foreman coming in for number 81, C. Connor. I only know that because I just heard him calling out Connor as he was running out. So C. Carver, we know is Connor. Caden lines up under center. Pitches it to number 10, E. Rice, or D. Hamilton. Darn it, I'll get that right. D. Hamilton is able to get past the line of scrimmage. A lot of field to run. A couple of defenders left. Can he shake him?
Oh.
Yeah,
that's a touch.
Well, we'll see. He was out. He ended up being outrun by the defenders,
Looks
just
like
barely.
They're not calling it a touchdown. Dang, that's got to be 1st and 1 maybe to the goal line.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Maybe 2-yard line. Well, it looks like they're going to place it about the 2, Aaron. That sure looked like it was probably the 1 to me.
That was definitely the 1.
As he went flat, that ball was over the line to score, but for the touchdown. Trojan White lines up with Caden under center. He hands off.
Just pushing through and
see if they can push
touchdown.
in for the touchdown. And they push right down the center, bringing our score to 33-20. Oh, they're lining up for the punt. Let's take a look at that again. We'll see. His knee surely went down at about the 3. And the punt goes up. It looks good.
Barely not good. Oh, what?
Yeah, no, that was good. That looked good to me.
I guess I wasn't looking at the field. I was looking at footage.
And with that, we have 22-33 with 4 minutes left on the clock. This is looking like it's going to be Trojan Black's game, but we've seen scores swing by bigger margins in fewer minutes.
Yeah.
And so nobody's out. We're still seeing starting teams.
You never know when White's going to recover a kick or get a lucky pass or interception.
And I have to assume they're going to go for an onside kick on this time. We've seen it already when they were when there were wider margins.
I guess we can tell when they line up.
I can also tell that you're chowing down on those Mike and Ikes.
Hope you didn't notice. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do an onside kick to the far side of the field.
And we talked about it a little earlier. I don't know if it'll end up being a game of extra points, but it very well might. And the fact that Trojan White has been able to put in those extra points, the field goals for the 2-point, every time.
Yeah.
Maybe one time they didn't, but almost every time. Oh, and
it's recovered. Looks like that. Look at that.
I can't even describe. The ball bounced off Trojan Black. He thought the play was stopped. White jumps on it.
Yep, recovered by White.
But then it bounces. But then it pops out from White back to Trojan Black.
Can we look at that again, please? That was insane. That was crazy.
That was some kind of play. Did you have a good line on that, Aaron?
I did not. I don't know.
Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can see what happened in that play. That was a play.
Recovered. Looks like that. Look at that.
Shook out. Trojan White to the line. Definitely within striking distance. Caden under center. A couple of receivers out to the left.
Ooh, false start.
Yeah, I don't know why. What
the
officials pulled that. It took them a minute to call that one. Oh, they're going to call it on offense?
Offense. Oh, maybe they twitched the ball.
Yeah, that must have been. That must have been what took the officials so long to call it. All right, no, wait a minute. What are they doing there? Offensive 5-yard loss. Okay, there we are. So we'll be 1st and 15. Trojan White in possession from the 45-yard line. 4 minutes left on the clock.
Well,
they must have twitched because I didn't see any motion on the offense on that one.
Yeah, there's nobody moved at all. And you can't see the ball. Or
the snapper, maybe he just reset. Yeah, the center just barely reset his hand. Caden, once again under center. Backs up, looking for a man. He's getting pressure from the defense. He had a couple of receivers potentially open, but the defense was able to put enough pressure on him.
Looks like he's down.
Yeah,
number 32.
Bring him down in the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd and long from the 36-yard line. We're going to have a timeout. I didn't see who called it.
Timeout by Black.
You think it was Blacks? I thought that would have been
I thought it was Black.
I saw the officials' hands waving, but I couldn't tell where they were waving towards. And it may come down to when it actually matters. We have 3 minutes and 59 seconds left on the clock. We've got our official squad here. Of course, our white hat and one of the others are Spencer Sessions, and actually I'm not sure who the white hat is. I recognize him, but I don't know his name. But then our other officials are some of the players from the varsity team. Yep. I think I see Tanner Sessions out there. I'm not quite sure who the others are, but we appreciate them coming out for each and every one of these games, and for the unsung timer who's down below us here in the press box. The guy who gets yelled at as much as officials do. All right, Caden takes a high shotgun snap, finds a man, throws it long on about a 25-yard pass. Can't quite connect. But they'll stop the clock at 3rd and about 24.
Well, it's about 4 minutes left in the game.
36-yard line. 4 minutes left and about 15 Mike and Ikes. I still hear you rattling those around.
We'll go with 20 Mike and Ikes.
Put them away. No, I'm good. Trojan White lining up in shotgun formation. Caden Reese taking the snap, looking for a man, finds his man.
Oh,
and he's
whoa,
able
he
to
caught
connect it with Connor Carver. What a great receive. It was a little long, but he was able to reach it.
Just bounded about the 5-yard line at the goal line.
Caught by, I think that was number 12, Brandon Felix on the Trojan Blacks, who was able to catch him and pull him down. Uh-oh. Is that Brandon? Was that the tack?
No, that is the tacklee.
That would be Connor Carver. A great receive.
He was brought down quite brutally, I guess. There. It looks like number 20.
He's walking on his own. A little bit of a hitch at first, but no limp at this point. But that'll give Trojan Whites first and goal from the 3-yard line. I assume we're going to see that push play again, where they just barrel up and tighten up their formation.
We call that wedge.
Yeah.
Where we get a bunch of blockers on the outside, and then we just shove the ball in between the center and the guard.
We'll see, Aaron, if you're proving a fortune teller on this one. Well, for the wedge play, they got a wide out left and right. Under center, hands off to number 18, who is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That was Tice Frazier that took the running back that carried that one, took the handoff. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. 2nd and goal, rather, from the 3-yard line. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock, which continues to run.
I think it's a running clock in 4th quarter in junior tackle, isn't it?
No, not unless we're overtime and holding up the next game. Quarterback under center. Caden takes the ball, looks for his man. The defender.
Looks like, is that?
Are they going to call blindside maybe? I'm not sure.
We'll see. Let's watch the white cap real quick.
It didn't look like it was blind to me. I'm not sure. They might end up replaying. Maybe they'll just replay the down.
Yep. Looks like maybe pass interference. Is that? What is that?
No, I think that is the.
I think it's shove or something. Or blindside block. Yeah,
one of those. It's a blindside block. I think it's something like that.
But
I wasn't sure what
Did not see anything.
It looked like the receiver actually saw the block coming. We'll see.
Yeah. Man.
But they're going to get another down. That'll be 2nd and 2. And once again, we have receivers out left and right. Caden under center. And we've got a
delay of game.
I'm not sure.
No, that wasn't very long.
Not from the sideline. It wouldn't have. That would.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I just count 12 people in the field? 3, 4, 5, 6. 7,
I have no.
8,
what does
9,
it mean
10,
when he
11,
grabs his hands and puts either hand in fists and shoves out to his sides? I have no idea what that call is, but
maybe
doesn't seem to have changed anything.
Accidental flag.
We're still 2nd and goal from the 2. Caden takes the ball, hands it off to number 18, who's able to push in for a touchdown. And number 18, that's Jay Hasty again.
If they get 2 points on this play, then they have a chance to win this game. If they successfully get a 2-point conversion.
Well, and an onside at that point. We'll see how their kick turns out. The kick is up.
Yeah,
it looks like it's good. Nice touchdown and extra points.
No.
And it really is, like I said, it's those extra points putting Trojan White within striking distance of the win at this point.
So I'm going to say it right now. If Trojan White recovers this kick, they will almost definitely win this football game.
I'm not ready to go that far. We've seen a lot of great defense out of the Trojan Black.
That's a good point. I guess I can't say that for sure, but there's a high possibility if Trojan White gets the possession without Black making a touchdown.
I don't think anything's definite at this point, Aaron.
Yeah. Looks like
But it definitely has been a great game. That's what's definite. This has been a great game.
Looks like
You got a shout out, Aaron. Michael Noyes online here says, I like Mike and Ike's. Well, I have to tell you, I just cut Aaron off. I told him I was tired of hearing him slop him in his mouth. Got the onside kick to the left, recovered by Trojan White as it rolls over the 10-yard line.
Trojan White has recovered the football.
Of course, the Trojan Black player.
That may be the end of the game for Trojan Black.
The way it was rolling, it didn't look like it was going to make the 10-yard line. He didn't want it to bounce off of him, so he didn't jump on it. But that ball rolled over. Trojan White was right there. Recovers it at the 50, just maybe the 49.
This may be Trojan White's game.
It is way too early to call it that. We have seen some, again, great defense out of Trojan Black, and they're going to be on their A game right now. 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Looks like they're trying to
keep.
They're
not going to run out of time. Caden under center.
Looks like.
There was a ball that. Yeah, well, there was a ball that came in. Yeah, timeout Trojan Blacks, but there was a ball that came in from the sideline. I think the refs were going to call.
That is crazy. 2 kick recoveries in a row for Trojan White. You don't see that very often in high school, NFL, college, or junior tackle.
Yeah, I wouldn't have anticipated that. I mean, obviously, they would have gone for the onside kick, but to actually see him recover it, I know the Trojan Blacks would have been a little uncertain to make sure they didn't want it to get it. They didn't want it to bounce. But that was it was a beautiful onside kick too. The Feds it slid through the grass.
That's what you look for in an onside kick.
Had it not been, in fact, by the time it rolled over the 10-yard line, it was barely moving. It was just everything you'd want to see in an onside kick.
Yeah.
And Trojan Black couldn't quite get there.
That's crazy.
2 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock. Caden lines up under center. Receiver out to the left and the right. One man in the backfield. He's going to pitch it to the man in the back, number 18, who's going to get contacted right about 5-yard mark, but able to push for a first down. Yeah. We'll let him pause the clock. That was number 18, who was running that ball, Jay Hasty. He seems to be a consistent player for Trojan Whites.
Jay Hasty, I'd say.
We had a flag in the backfield there, but I'm not sure. Looked like it must have been. Oh, they called it holding on Trojan White.
Oh, that's a shame.
I did not see that. So they're going to recall the play and lose 10 yards. That'll make it. Did they replay the down on holding?
They
must replay the down. It looks like we're 1st and 20 from the 40-yard line. And this has turned into an exciting game, folks. The last 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the play.
Pitch number 18. Oh,
pitches
and
to 18, who then throws, and it's received. I'd love to see that receiver is dialing close on them. He's received and gang tackled.
Let's see. That is number.
Looks like 40.
Let's see.
And he's turned a little.
Number 40. Yep.
Caught by number 40.
Wow, what a play! A pitch to number 18 in the backfield, and then thrown to number 40.
It still won't give him the first down. Yeah, that was a 19-yard gain, maybe 18-yard gain, 18-yard play.
He caught it at the 20 and then was pushed back for minus 2 yards. That is crazy.
That'll make it 2.
Trojan White is making this a very interesting fourth quarter.
2nd and 2 from the Blacks' 38-yard line. A handoff to the backfielder, number 18, who's going to get contacted just shy of the line of scrimmage.
So that's still enough for a first down.
Oh, they are going to place it for a first down. Trojan White picks up a first at the 38-yard line with 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the clock, which now is running. They don't have much time to make their plays or in their huddles. I expect we'll hear their coaches hollering out to them here real soon to keep their huddle short. Caden lined up under center, a receiver out on either side, a couple of men in the backfield. A pitch to number 18, who's going to throw it again. They're going to rinse and repeat. And it's blocked.
Blocked by number 2, Jace Oslin, I believe.
Excellent block, Jace.
Almost caught that
on the
one-handed.
Trojan Blacks. That was great. Nearly an
Nearly
interception. That'll make it 2nd and 10 again from the 38, from the Trojan Blacks 38-yard line.
That's a
56
working
seconds on the
play,
clock.
isn't it, right there? Nice pitch to the running back and then a throw to a receiver.
Well, and the
looks like
challenge
they're
with it is
catching
it's always going to be a 20 or 25-yard pass.
Right.
And by then you've got defenders lining up. Caden takes it, throws out to a man on the flat, number 18, who's contacted at the point he received it.
And there
but
he
shook
goes.
the defender,
No way. He's off.
And he's tackled at about the
Tackled
15-yard line.
Yeah.
With that, the Whites will pick up a first down. They'll place it at the 15-yard line, or, well, it looks like they're going to be
this may
about the
45
14-yard line.
45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This may be the Whites game. Like the Trojan
That clock
Black
is running.
might
Whites will get
need to pull
time
out
for a couple more plays.
Some major defensive plays here to keep the game.
Caden lines up under center with a receiver out on either side. Backs up, looks for his man. Oh, trips in the backfield. Slides out. Trojan Whites immediately call a timeout to stop
Probably
the clock
smart.
at 26
There's 26
seconds.
seconds left.
And they'll then pick up for 2nd and about 18 from the 22, 23-yard line.
Now, this is going to be where coaches are going to be putting in all of their starters, their best players, and they're going to be praying for a lucky runner pass here to end the game.
So at this point, Aaron, if you're a Trojan White coach, you're telling them, folks, not only is it going to be Rogers, but we're going to triple play if you can make this happen.
Right. This would be I would do it. If that were on my mind, I would go, listen, y'all, I'm going to give you a free trip to triple play Chuck E. Cheese somewhere where we can all have some fun, because this was an absolutely amazing game.
And the great news, my favorite part about this game so far is that it's the two Post Falls 8th grade junior tackle teams playing against each other. This is what our freshman team's going to look like next year. A lot of athleticism, a lot of smart plays we've seen. Caden lining up under center, a couple of receivers out to the left. Tries to pass to a short pass, almost interception.
Yeah.
He's contacted in the backfield.
I think that's at the line of scrimmage, though.
It'll end
right?
up being a loss of a yard or two.
Oh, man. This is 3rd and about 20. The Trojan White will need to pull something great.
17 seconds on the clock. Of course, Trojan White immediately calls the timeout. This may be their last timeout.
I think they have one more in the half, is it?
What do they get, 3 per half?
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, it's at least obviously their second. It might be their third. We'll see. But 17 seconds, so at least enough time for one more play.
This is where I'd be going for a long pass here just to end it up. 17 seconds left.
But the Trojan Whites, we've seen them make probably as much or more yards on running plays than we've seen them make on the pass plays. So I'm not so sure the pass is going to be the win.
When I say pass play, I mean one of those.
You like the trick plays, don't you?
That trick play that got them 25 yards, where they pitch it to the running back and then throw it to the wide receiver on the right side.
See, Aaron, if we had Doug here, he would tell us an NFL experience where the score was exactly the same and they were contemplating the same kind of plays. That's why we're missing Doug today. Trojan Blacks getting psyched up for what may be their last defensive play of the game. A game-winning defensive play potentially for the Blacks. Caden lines up in shotgun formation. A high snap.
Oh, he's wide open.
Oh, and the receiver
and he catches it, and that is a touchdown. And with 10 seconds left.
And that was by number 10 on the Trojan Whites,
36,
right?
and that is the game.
And
that is the game.
It's
oh, wait, no.
No
they're
time
putting
on
more
extra
time on the
points.
clock, looks like. Who was that? Who caught that ball?
That was D. Hamilton, number 10.
Number
on
10,
Whites.
wide open. Nobody was on him. He had
not
no,
even 10 yards wide open.
They don't even need to kick it, do they?
He could have walked in for the touchdown at that point. Great play by the Whites. Oh, fumbled snap, fouled snap.
Doesn't even matter
fouled
anymore.
Receive on the snap.
All right, now what we're looking for Trojan Black getting the ball, calling a timeout, and getting maybe one play on offense to possibly get a lucky touchdown to win this game.
I don't even think it's going to be. I think the clock starts when the ball hits the ground on a kickoff, not at the kick, right?
Or gets caught, right?
Well,
So if I were
that's a good question. Where's Doug? Dang it.
if I were a receiver and I get the ball, I would probably I don't know what I'd do. I'd call a timeout maybe. Or I can't call a timeout during play. What am I
The
thinking?
clock is started when the member of the receiving team touches the ball on kickoff.
So if they just let it roll.
Well, but then it'll
Then-
be recovered by the white. So
Well,
they can't
see,
just let it roll.
They can let it roll as long as they don't
They
touch
could
it.
jump on it
Right.
and then call a timeout. So you think the whites are going to go for an onside again? They've been so fond of that. Yeah, it doesn't look like an onside attempt. Blacks picks it up at about the 37-yard line.
That with about 5 seconds left on the clock.
Time for one play.
They're probably going. This is where the coach is going. All right, guys, let's do our hero play, our long bomb with with 3 receivers on each side, going all the way into the end zone to see if we can get a lucky touchdown. This is most likely the last play of the game.
It'll certainly
Honestly, I can't
certainly
say
be the last play.
Can't say I would be surprised if Trojan Black got a lucky play here. This has been a very exciting game, hasn't it?
Well, it has been. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line or 37-yard line, with 63 yards to the end zone and 5 seconds to do it. Moose takes it from shotgun formation, passes to number 2. Oh, and it's
intercepted! Oh!
At the buzzer. They're going to call it game. Trojan white, 36, to Trojans black, 33, with 2 touchdowns made in the last 4 minutes of the 4th quarter in order to pull off a win. Congratulations. This was a great game played.
Oh, my goodness.
On both sides. Aaron's over here still reeling. Folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.